November 6, 2024. It's a glorious day, and UFC Vegas 100 is coming up, guys, this week. This is absolutely everything I've been waiting for this week. There has been nothing more important going on in America other than UFC Vegas 100 right now, the 100th Apex event. Now, some say the Apex should have been done when COVID was over in 2020. Maybe 2021 if you were a pussy, but no, we're here in 2024, and we're getting these glorious fat heavyweight main events, these women's co-main events and main events for 5 rounds, and the UFC Apex. We've had 100 shitty fucking fight night cards. Like, we've had 100 Apex fight night cards. That's disgusting. Back in 2020 and 21, we got some good ones. We got some real good ones. They have pumped out dog shit since. Like, the last recent good one that we had was, like, Burns and Brady. Sick main event. Rest of the card was meh, but it was a good main event. Here we are with something fell. Here we are with an unranked Carlos Prates fighting a number 15 ranked who was unranked until the UFC decided they wanted to get Prates ranked. So now Magny's 15. It's Neil Magny and Carlos Prates. That's the main event this week, guys. And I'm going to give you my picks and predictions for the whole card. I am very happy today, guys. My guy gets in the office. That's the one that I wanted to win. It is what it is. If you don't like that, I really don't fucking care. I didn't bitch at you for voting Joe Biden, so I don't want you to bitch at me for picking Donald Trump, guys. Like, it is what it is. I'm not going to explain myself. I just want to be able to buy a house. So let's just get into the picks and predictions right away, guys, because I think I'm going to do pretty good on this card. I had a really shitty card last time. Things just didn't go my way. When they don't go my way one day, the next week, they go my way. And we're going to start this off hot with the fight of the year contender, Melissa Mullins versus Claudia Segula. Never seen Claudia Segula fight. We'll look at her resume together to see if there's a single recognizable name. She's 2-0 with TKOs, 1-1 with subs. Fighting in Armenia Fight Night. I don't even know where the fuck that is. Guys, I'm going to go with Melissa Mullins because I know who she is. Might be a piping hot take here going against a 6-1 girl from Poland that no one knows who she is. But I'm going to go with Melissa Mullins here. She fought Nora Cornoli, got knocked out. But you know what? I know who she is. I'm picking Melissa Mullins. She's more in her physical prime for women's MMA, which is 33. I talk about that a lot, as the physical prime is a little bit delayed for women's MMA, and it actually gets to last longer into their age. Claudia Segula, I just have no idea who she is. Now, she might come out here and put on a world-class performance, and I lose the first prediction. I'm willing to bet that doesn't happen. I would have seen fucking memes or videos or people talking about her already, and it would have made me want to go investigate and see who she is. But I was too busy staying up until 3 a.m. to make sure my Pookie Bear got in office. I just like pissing you off, guys. Relax. It's a joke. Everyone takes things so fucking serious. It's crazy. But I'm going Melissa Mullins to win this fight. I think she has what it takes. I think she's physically gifted. I think she's physically imposing and strong. She can mix up grappling and punching, so yeah, dude, she's okay with missing weight. I'm going to go with Melissa Mullins here to win this fight by decision. Antonio Tricoli versus Tresean Gore. Tricoli's massive. He's a big fucking dude. Like, really big dude. And had, like, 2 rounds against Shara where he was competing. And then he gassed out. I think Tricoli sucks. And I remember him, like, sending DMs to people trying to fight them on Twitter and stuff and getting them to, like, meet up and trick them into a fight. I don't like that fucking hood rat shit. Very Muhammad Makayev-esque. I think you're a pussy. I think the only reason you're in the UFC is because you have a romantic relationship with Mackenzie Dern, who's way too good for you. You rat fuck Antonio Tricoli. Don't be DMing people, tricking them into trying to meet up to fight. Fucking asshole. I'm going Tresean Gore. I think he's very physically gifted. I don't think he's the best fighter, but I think he can possibly get this fight to the ground. And I think he just has more power here. And the reach is obviously a significant disadvantage, but Tresean Gore is a very muscular and strong human being. I think he can out-physical Antonio Tricoli here, and I think Tricoli sucks. I'm not going to side with some scumbag that tries to trick people into fighting him. So I'm going to go with Tresean Gore to win this fight via a decision. Tricoli sucks balls. Something I care about here. Cody Stamann and Damone Blackshear. I think Damone Blackshear is very good, and I'm going to go with Damone Blackshear. I know he got knocked out by Montel Jackson, but he also had a very competitive fight with Mario the Coward Batista. Cody Stamann looked terrible against Taylor Lapulus in his last fight. Again, it was a little bit of a tricky matchup for him, but I thought he'd be able to implement some wrestling to help him get a win, but he didn't, and he couldn't. And I don't think he's going to be able to out-grapple Damone Blackshear here. I think Blackshear is going to have the striking advantage, even though Cody Stamann's boxing isn't the worst. It's not fantastic, but it's not the worst. I do think Damone Blackshear is better, got more diverse striking, and I think his counter grappling is good. I think his offensive grappling is good. This guy has a twister submission, went to a competitive decision that I thought he won against Mario Batista, and then he gets knocked out by Montel Jackson super quick. Listen, I get it. The flash knockouts don't look good when they happen in the first 15 seconds of the fight, but I'm going to go the other side of that and say, dude, it was a flash knockout. Like, it just happened super quick. He got hit on the chin. He got sat down. I don't think Cody Stamann's throwing a clean 1-2 down the middle to knock out Damone Blackshear in this fight. So I'm going to go with Damone Blackshear to win this fight. I think Cody Stamann's going to be good enough to defend submissions. I think he's not going to get knocked out. So I am going to go with Damone Blackshear to win a decision here, 30-27. I think it'll be dominant, and I think he'll win it in all aspects of MMA. Kicks are going to be big here, and I think he's going to be able to out-grapple Cody Stamann in moments. Charles the Based One Radke, brother, versus Matthew Smellyburger. Listen, dude, Smellyburger, he's one to, like, win the fight and then throw it away after he thought he already won it. I think he had a knockdown against Uros Medic, didn't get the finish. He had knockdowns against Jeremiah Wells, didn't get the finish, but I thought he won the fight anyway. Lost a decision to Preston Parsons and looked really bad in that fight. I do think Semmelsberger has power, but I think he's breakable. I think he's too low output, and I think he just finds ways to lose himself fights. I get he beat Jake Matthews, but he also lost to Alex Morono. Like, this guy's so hit and miss. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. Momentum's going to matter in this fight, and I get it. Charles Radke also is coming off a loss, but he's coming off a loss against a guy who's in the main event, Carlos Prates, who's knocking everybody out right now. He just knocked out the Leech in round 2. Radke got body shot with a knee in round 1, but that was a nasty knee, and I think Semmelsberger would crumble to Carlos Prates as well. So I'm actually going to go with Radke here. I think Radke has power that can match Matthew Semmelsberger, and I'm willing to bet his striking looks a little bit prettier. I don't think Semmelsberger is going to be able to out-physical him here. I really don't. I think Radke's going to be able to put enough stuff together to get it done, have a good game plan. I'm trying to remember the gym that Pradke fights out of. Truck Buffalo? That's him. That's not the gym. Oh, Valley Flow Striking? Okay. But yeah, he knocked out Gilbert Urbina with a nasty left hook. He decisioned Blood Diamond, which is not a good look, but listen, I think this guy's going to come out here and get it done, and I think we're going to see a Charles Radke second-round knockout with a clean left hook, just like he did on Gilbert Urbina. That's my prediction. I'm going Charles Radke, and he's dropping the word on the mic again. Not to take it from Guru, but say it again, Radke. Let's go. Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos versus Zach Scrogan. I actually think Zach Scrogan's pretty good. I do. But the short notice scares me, and I think Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos is one of those guys where if you're taking a fight on short notice, he can make you tire out, and he can make sure that you don't finish him, so that way he's in that fight, and he's making you fight it all the way through. I'm going to go with Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos to win this fight by a round 3 submission, with Zach Scrogan just tiring out. I do think Zach Scrogan has all the skills in the world to win. You know what? I'm going to go with Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos by decision, and it's going to be by Zach Scrogan tiring out in rounds 2 and 3, just losing the rounds to dos Santos. I think the capoeira style is going to be a little bit tricky to understand early on, which could get moments for Zaleski dos Santos. Scrogan really tries to come back from those moments and gasses himself out a little bit and then just ends up losing a decision throughout the rest of the fight. I'm going to go with dos Santos to win a decision here, but I want you guys to keep an eye on this Zach Scrogan guy. I think he's really, really good. Scrogan. I'm calling him Scrogan because we're Team Joe Rogan right now after that public endorsement. I'm always Team Joe Rogan, guys. I need to say that right now. So that's what I'm going to say. Joe Rogan, while I criticize his commentary, his current day commentary, I don't criticize anything prior to COVID-19. I don't think he was based in calling out Dominic Cruz for saying Conor McGregor's just gassing out Khabib Nurmagomedov and just letting him land these shots. And Rogan's going, I think he's getting his fucking face smashed in. Based. Love that out of you, Joe Rogan. I don't hate Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan. I love his podcast. I agree with him politically on a lot of different things, and he's not like the super far right-wing guy. Like, he's not. He's tend to be a little bit more left than he is right. But listen, I think the guy speaks logic, and I think he's a normal human that you can have a conversation with, and he doesn't just get mad at you for saying how you think. He doesn't. He'll challenge your ideas. That's fine. People should be challenged on their ideas. But I like Joe Rogan a lot. Just because I criticize his recent commentary for being terrible and regurgitative, he just regurgitates all the same shit, doesn't mean I don't like him. I love the guy. Now back to the fight. I'm going Dos Santos by decision. I think Dos Santos is going to get it done. I think Scroggins just going to get tired and lose the decision. And we're going to move on. Underdog pick here, Gaston Bolaños. I'm doing it. I don't think Cortavius Romeus is that good. He's technical, like he does things correctly. He is so slow and he is so low output that I think Gaston Bolaños, if this is going to stay on the feet the most of the time, he has that Muay Thai style, and I think he's going to be able to really use it well in being able to beat up Cortavius Ramos. I think he's going to have moments where he's landing super clean combinations that win him rounds. Cortavius Romeus might have moments where he lands a right hand and Gaston Bolaños looks like he's hurt a little bit, but Bolaños is going to do too much and he's going to overwhelm Cortavius Romeus with a decision. I think he's just going to land really good low kicks, mix up his Thai boxing really, really well, and it's going to look good, and he's going to be able to outpoint Cortavius Romeus. Again, Romeus may have a moment. I don't think he wins this fight. I think he's too low output. I think he's too slow, and I think Bolaños can just beat him with speed and volume in this fight and actually land some really good shots. I'm going to go with Gaston Bolaños to win a decision, not that competitively. I think he's going to clean house with Cortavius Ramos and look good, and we're going to go, who's this Gaston Bolaños guy? Damn, Marcus McGee really might beat Jonathan Martinez, but he's not gonna. We'll get there next week. Moving on, Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Denise Gomes. I'm going with Denise Gomes. She's younger. She has insane power. She's a Brazilian Brazilian woman, which is how I'm going to be picking a lot of these fights when I see them. I just think she gets it done. I think she has good power, good striking. Her cardio is improved a little piece by piece. She gets tired, but she's not getting overwhelmed by some of these fighters. She's winning decisions against Eduardo Mora. She's having moments against Angela Hill, eventually losing, but she's having moments. Did she beat Angela Hill? Yeah, she lost to Angela Hill, but she had some moments. She doesn't get submitted, and she has insane power. I don't think that Karolina Kowalkiewicz even has a path to decision here. I'm going to go with Denise Gomes. I think she's just a much better fighter, has the power, and we can see her ranked 15 this week. Next week. Mansour Abdul Malik versus Dusko Todorovic. I'm going Mansour Abdul Malik. I think he's better than Dusko Todorovic. I think Dusko Todorovic is terrible. I think I watched him get knocked out by Jordan Wright, if I remember correctly. Who did he get really goofily knocked out by? He got knocked out by Chris Duncan, who can hit hard. Chidi, who does hit hard. Decision against Gregory Rodriguez, but he beat Maki Patolo, and he did knock out Jordan Wright. I'm sorry, guys. Got knocked out by Puna. Yeah, this guy just his chin's gone, man. I don't think he has the chin. And I think Mansour Abdul Malik does have a chin. And I'm going to go with momentum here. Todorovic hasn't won a fight in a second. It's been a little while since he's even stepped into the octagon. Abdul Malik got a knockout in the Contender Series literally a couple months ago this week, and he looked really, really good in that fight coming out of Extreme Couture. I think this guy's going to be something in the middleweight division, and I think he gets this one done by first-round knockout over Dusko Todorovic. I think they put Todorovic in front of him because they're expecting him to get knocked out, and I think the UFC is going to get what they wanted. Mansour Abdul Malik to win by first-round knockout. Book it. Luana Pinheiro versus Jillian Robertson. I might do it. Luana Pinheiro's a baddie, dude. She's so hot. And Jillian Robertson, some people think she is. She just really doesn't. She's not my cup of tea. She don't really do it for me. She looks a little weathered. Looks like she came out of the back of a crack shed. Which she actually might have. She might have said that that's one of those things that she used to be into. But listen, she's got great grappling. I don't think her striking is good at all. I think she can overwhelm people and, TKO and submit them. And it's usually against people that have shit cardio. But listen, I get that Luana Pinheiro has shit cardio. But dude, at plus 300? Like, why is Jillian Robertson such a favorite? I don't understand that. I think I'm going to go with Luana Pinheiro, bro. She's a hard person to submit. She's a hard person to TKO. She does tire out. And listen, the people that she's lost to, Angela Hill's submission, it's not the best look to get finished by Angela Hill, but Angela Hill beats these people. Like, Angela Hill will beat Jillian Robertson. They may have already fought, and I just don't remember it. She won a split. Oh, dude, these are not good wins on her record. I'm going Jillian Robertson. She's the better fighter. I don't know what I'm doing. Plus 300 is getting my mind going all crazy. I'm doing picks and predictions. I'm not doing bets. It's Jillian Robertson. Jillian Robertson wins this fight. Luana Pinheiro, when you're sad after your loss and you're upset because you're on a 3-fight losing streak, just give me a call. We'll meet up. I'll make you feel better. We'll go out to dinner. We'll get a nice steak. We'll see if we're a good fit. I'm sure we'll be a great fit. Listen, America's great again, so you can come live with me over here, okay? I'm going Jillian Robertson to win this fight, though. I just think she's better. It is what it is. Sorry, guys. Mearshart or Renier de Ridder. This is an interesting one because Renier de Ridder has a tremendous grappling game. Tremendous. But his striking is so bad, like really bad. And Mearshart has a tremendous grappling game. Tremendous. At UFC level, not one championship level, at UFC level. But his striking's better than Renier de Ridder. And they're going southpaw versus southpaw, and I don't think Renier de Ridder's really been hit by a lot of low kicks. I think Gerald Mearshart's going to be able to actually kick him in the leg a couple of different times. That outside low kick's going to work. The southpaw and southpaw outside low kick's going to work. Renier de Ridder's going to start shooting for takedowns. Gerald Mearshart's going to be able to defend him or threaten with his own submissions. I just think Gerald Mearshart's the better fighter here. He's coming off a fraud check win against Edmund Shabazian. That's big. He's been subbed 8 times. What the fuck, dude? By, like, who, though? Like he subbed Shabazian, he subbed Barberena. The Shabazian one was a big comeback upset, but Renier de Ridder is not going to be beating his ass on the feet. Barberena, again, he was supposed to win that fight, and he got it done. It was going to be close, but he got it done. Split decision against Petrosky, which a lot of people thought he won. I saw that fight live, and I did score it to Petrosky, but I had money on Petrosky. There might have been some bias there. Got knocked out by Joe Pyfer, like, welcome to the club. Subbed Bruno Silva. Not an easy guy to submit, man. I know he quits in his fights, but back in 22, he was coming off his fight with Alex Pereira. Krzysztof Jotko. Honestly, I think Yatko's not terrible. I think Jotko honestly could beat Renier de Ridder, so I don't, that's losing by decision there is okay. He subbed Stoltzfus, who just come off a great knockout. Subbed Muradov, who was a decent fighter. He got, knocked up by Chimaev. Yeah, but, look at the last time he's been submitted. Those 8 submissions are coming before his UFC career. They're coming all the way back in, between 2007 and 2013, and since then he hasn't been subbed. So I don't think de Ridder's going to get him subbed. I think that Gerald Mearshart is a better fighter on the feet as well. I think Mearshart's going to win a boring decision pretty easily. I'm going with Gerald Mearshart upset pick. That's the one. And then we move on. Bernardo Sopaj versus Ricky Turcios. If you know me and you know this channel, you know I think Ricky Turcios is the most overrated shit fighter in the UFC. Don't know what he thinks he's doing in the UFC. He yaps. He's not motivational. He sucks at fighting, and I'm not picking him. I actually don't like this guy at all. I don't know what it is. Something about this guy makes my skin crawl every time I look at him. Fake, pillow-fisted, loser. Don't like the guy. Now we're just attacking him as a person. And I honestly think Bernardo Sopaj is good. I think he's really good. I think he gave Vinicius Oliveira a really tough fight until he turned his back and got kneed. And he did that on short notice. I'm very excited to see what my boy Bernardo Sopaj is going to be able to do on a full fight camp in the UFC against not just outside the ranking, but ranking level competition. Ranking level being Vinicius Oliveira. I think Vinicius Oliveira is a ranked contender. He is not ranked right now, but I think his quality and how good he is as a fighter is deserving of a ranking once he gets in there. He has that kind of skill. I think Sopaj gave him a little bit of a tricky fight in moments, and I'm going to pick Sopaj to win this fight by knockout. You heard it here first. Bernardo Sopaj, knockout here. Let's see, 7-1 in knockouts, 3-0 in subs. I know he's got a grappling game, but I don't even bother going to the ground with Ricky Turcios because why would you even give him a chance? Ricky Turcios can grapple a little bit. He sucks at striking. He's got no power, all pillows. I'm going Bernardo Sopaj to get this one done, baby. Lock of the card, Bernardo Sopaj. I know it sucks to say it, minus 360, but if you parlay Damone Blackshear, Bernardo Sopaj, I'd love to throw Mearshart in there, but at plus 240, I don't want to ruin it. Denisi Gomes, I'm not at minus 600. Take that one away. So if Sopaj and Blackshear, you parlay Sopaj and Blackshear, and then you throw Prates in there at the end, you got a good little parlay going. Minus 850, never mind, dude. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you bets, because if I do, they'll lose, and if I don't tell you, I'll win a fuck ton of money, so you're not getting shit. If you want them, DM me. And I'll throw you in a DraftKings social club. We'll do a DraftKings social group, and you can just watch me bet. I can't put it in writing. You can just watch me bet, and you can tail if you want. But I can't put it in writing or it'll lose. It is like Rose Namajunas, Exhibit A, Jose Aldo, Exhibit B. Both of those fights, I think they should have won, and I think they got screwed by the judges. So, we're not doing it. The judges are... Sal D'Amato's on the channel watching right now, guys. I'm telling you. Sal D'Amato's watching. We're just lucky he didn't have a hand in that election, because Kamala would have won a split decision if he was on the desk last night. Just saying that right now. Adelaide Bird might have sprinkled her in, too. So, good thing we don't have Sal D'Amato judging the election. I don't know who's judging this fight, Prates and Magny. I don't care, because Carlos Prates is getting a knockout in this fight. It's 5 rounds. There is a world in which Neil Magny can drag it out and win a decision, but I just don't see it happening. Prates has got really good low kicks, and he's going to be able to use them against Neil Magny. He stays and uses his range really, really well. He's one of these guys that aren't going to get dominated in reach by Neil Magny, which is what a lot of people struggle with at welterweight. Carlos Prates is the welterweight Anderson Silva. He stays on the outside, he snipes using individual weapons, and he can put you out with anything. Think he's going to be able to use low kicks here, think he's going to be able to throw shots to the body, shrug off these clinch exchanges, and stay at range and just pick his shots, landing them, spinning Magny's head back, and Magny's going to eventually crumble and get knocked out. So, Neil Magny gets knocked out in round 3. I'm going round 3 KO for Carlos Prates. Think he's going to get it done. I think it's going to be a picture-perfect left hand that lands on Neil Magny, and this is going to be the first time that we see Neil Magny, out fucking cold. I think Neil Magny's... I actually don't think Neil Magny's going out cold. I think it'll be a Morales-like TKO where, he gets knocked down and gets finished with ground and pound, and it's just a mercy stoppage at that point. So I'm going to go with Carlos Prates to win a round 3 knockout. Listen, Magny also got chinned, in quotations, that is, because it was just it was TKO, ground and pound, and it didn't look like it was just this crazy... I don't know. It was a good knockout, but it's not one that I'm like, dude, this guy needs to take 6, 7, 8 months off. This is one that he made the turnaround, but it is still a knockout, so it's something to be weary of. I'm going with Carlos Prates, round 3 knockout. Shouldn't be a shock to any of you that I'm picking Carlos Prates, but those are the picks and predictions. If you enjoyed them, please like and subscribe. What a glorious day it is today on November 6th. I would love to be good on predictions again. That'd be fucking nice. I was good on Abu Dhabi, but just let my bias take advantage, which I said was fine. I was okay with doing bad on predictions there. Even though I went 9-4, I was okay with losing the co-main and the main just to pick the guys that I wanted. Even though now as days progress, Ilya Taporia is becoming more and more of a favorite of mine. Hamzat, I like him, but I'll never like you more than I like Whitaker, so it is what it is. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Let's get back in the win column with predictions here. Last week was tough.